Skype like 8 different times.
Yeah, like, what an asshole. He's just
Whoa!
the worst person I know. Oh, hello. We weren't talking about Jake. Look at that hair. He looks so crushed. Look at his eyes.
It's even better because Jared's head is just like right here. It's just like talking. It's just Jake's the worst.
He looks like he
Welcome back to the Town Hall Heroes Invitational. We are in the grand finals where Cloud9 is currently up 1-0. All of my friends hate me.
In the arms of an angel,
Don't sing Christian music.
far away from.
You invited them.
I hate all
This
of
was your idea. Like, I had thought this was a joke. I didn't back Jake?
Welcome.
Hello?
Don't make those face. Jake! Jake, don't.
Chat. They're the reason Reverb exists.
You invited them for that?
Yeah.
I don't think that's actually the reason why Reverb exists.
Hey, the draft has already started.
Do I have a link?
Yeah, we should.
Oh, that's cool.
Of an angel.
Oh.
We are 2 bands deep.
I'm used to
Tempest
getting it
Storm.
in game. You gave it to me in Skype. Not used to this life.
Well,
So flexible.
Skype is like so much more efficient. Why would anyone do that?
Flex like a Tassadar. So we got bands.
Yeah. Seems to be the
Zero.
case.
interesting decision. Cloud9 Maelstrom bans out Zeratul as the first pick. With the entire mindset of picking up Zagar with the first pick. Or Jaina. Like, if Jaina did not get banned. If Tempestorm bans KT, then they probably would go for Jaina. But I don't know. Zagar is at that point where who knows how often she's going to get picked over Jaina.
Man, you go back like 2 months. Sagara should be just as viable.
Why are you still on this train?
I hate it.
We called it. Arslan and I called it
Yeah,
on
you
Town Hall
did.
Heroes.
You did.
First pick Leorki, followed by Kael'thas.
Did you see the last 2 engagements? Leoric died, alive 20 seconds later. Leoric died, alive 20 seconds later. It's Resurgence on a 20-second, like, what? Hello?
Well, you don't have to walk back to battle.
Yeah, you don't have to walk back to battle. You just back up there. It's a very strong talent, and Cloud9 Maelstrom threw a couple of great examples to showing you Leoric being picked up pretty early. Tempest Storm, have they played Leoric on any of your games?
They did. They played game 2
Yep.
versus PPST.
Looks very good.
They ran a double warrior composition with
Anoop. Yeah. It
Cool.
was good. Pretty strong.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
All right.
Good stuff.
Well, Maelstrom, in terms of picks, looks like they're going to opt for Muradin. Likely Tyrande to go with this.
Yeah, that would make most sense to me.
Or
They-
Uther, if they want to. They know Tempo's been running a lot of early Uther. So I think it'd be one of the two.
So you guys casted Maelstrom versus 2 Arc. And
We
then
didn't
now-
casted anything. We cast it.
Watch your tongue, boy.
Oh,
Did they run Butcher
gosh.
in any of their games?
Butcher, Tempestorm, no.
No.
Or Cloud9?
Cloud9.
No.
No.
Cloud9, no.
Okay.
Cognitive did.
Cognitive?
does.
As long as we're
Cognitive.
mocking people.
Hello?
Hello?
You see Cloud9 play Butcher with Cloud9.
Can you say that again?
I don't think I can.
No,
I don't
he's
think
done.
I should.
He's done.
Zoya just swallowed his own tongue. So... I'm out. I'm tapping out. So, Tyrande here would be nice. Though... I think I have to agree. I think an Uther or a support pick would be probably best.
I mean, if they do pick Uther, they could just ban Rhaegar, or they pick Rhaegar, they can ban Uther.
Why would you want to
Which
give
is
them
a nice,
Malfurion?
a nice power to do. Or, yeah, I mean, they're still leaving him out from the table, sure.
Actually, overall, I'd probably prefer Rhaegar because Chain Heal's, I think, the best way to deal with Kael'thas Flame Strikes past 16.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tyrande.
Tyrande sets you up for the multiple support style with Overflowing Light at 13, and then just the powers of the lockdown with Muradin.
Butcher or Rhaegar
Tyrande?
ban?
Butcher or Rhaegar?
I don't think they would want
I
to
think
go
you
for
ban
Butcher.
Rhaegar, you grab Malf when you have Kael'thas on your team. In theory, the option of getting Malf, Johanna, and Asmodan, it's not the worst composition in the world. So if you ban Rhaegar here, I love that.
Yeah, I think the ban on Rhaegar would probably be the best. Just deny those Chain Heals, but at the same time, Tempo Storm can pick up Rhaegar for themselves, and God doesn't Dreadnought love playing Rhaegar. So they might want to ban out something like Uther or Butcher. So they go for Butcher. Okay.
Man,
Good call,
that doesn't. I disagree with both Tempo and Kubi. That's weird.
I didn't even say anything. I just put the option on the table.
They have Murky, Gazlo. Hello?
What?
And
Fallout ban from Maelstrom. Probably take out a damage.
I would take out a warrior at this point.
Yeah, Warrior 2. Banning out like a noob. Tyrael. No need to ban out
noob. We can't ban you out, Zoya. Hey.
They're gonna get rid of Nazebo. The mule factor is just too strong.
No, I mean, well, Nazebo, you don't really want to go for the mule because Gidbin is so much synergy with that level 16 and level 4 talent.
Yeah.
So they have Tyrande already. They'll probably pick up mule for Tyrande.
A noob.
So a noob is probably the best, yeah.
Storm having multiple options here. They still can go double warrior with Tyrael. Even Arthas too. I would not like it with Joanna at all. I think that's just not enough damage.
I think my preference would be Arthas as well. Something about Tyrael and Leoric together doesn't... I guess it would be a decent lockdown you can move forward to Entomb. That's not bad. But I'm just thinking the mobility difference between the two heroes is pretty big.
Well, it depends, because if you force Cloud9 Maelstrom... If Cloud9 Maelstrom goes for a Rhaegar pick, they go for... And Tempo Storm picks up Malfurion? No, even then. I'm trying to think, because if you get a Tyrael, you want to have the ability to take out somebody with that judgment, and it would be okay, because there's Zagara and Tyrande. So they pick up Uther, Rhaegar for Cloud9. Cleanse would be a little strong here for the Tyrael pick.
Cleanse is good. That is for sure.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like, yeah, so I'm just saying why you wouldn't want to probably go for Tyrael. Guys, what about Diablo, right? Diablo's a good pick here.
Okay, he's done talking, Kubi.
Why not Melf for Maelstrom? Is it guaranteed that they're going to take Rhaegar?
It's a possibility if they want to get the increased range on the stun for Tyrande and just get the mule from Malfurion, or have Tyrande get the mule and then let Malfron cleanse. You know, you have the option to be more versatile there. So Mal is still an option.
Not to mention the mana is nice for those two first picked heroes there. There's some possibility. I agree that Rhaegar is better at dealing with Kael'thas, especially late game. But there's a chance that will get picked.
Yeah, so that means that they can't get the range for 7 for Tyrande, which means that 13, she has to go for Overflowing Light if they don't go for Rhaegar.
They don't have to take Mule. So far, Temple Storm doesn't have anything that nets them that either. So it might end up being a Muleless game.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. We saw that earlier today. They have to get the big heals, and having the diversity of Malf, is it worth giving up Rhaegar? That's the big question here. With Nazebo picked up, I certainly do expect
Man,
Malf.
it's almost like I call all of this stuff happening. Kubi, the god? Dang. He's got that mule. Wow, it's like, it's all coming together for me. This is great.
Proud of you, Kubi.
It's all coming up, Kubi.
So just be ready when level 7 talents are taken and Nazebo doesn't go mule. I'm gonna get like really loud and obnoxious. And like, oh, look at me! Kubi's an idiot.
Oh my god, they went Malf. I just can't be any more right now. Hello, team? I see sad faces all around.
I'm smiling. I
I don't know if sad's the right word.
Go for? Do they get rid
I think I'm rubbing off on you.
Cleanse is really good because of Tyrael. Nazebo, Gidbin, do they just give up Tyranda's 7 for a mule? Is that the mule they take up?
Tacit
or do they
mule.
go triple mule?
Tassadar mule.
You don't need the increased range on stun with a Murr.
That's true.
Tassadar would be fine here.
Tassadar mule. Here it comes.
I think if they go Tassadar, they don't have enough damage.
I would prefer Vala myself. Oh. Hello?
I don't know what that noise was.
Hello?
He did this when I was casting him the other day too. He just threw this. What is that noise? It was when Avatar got picked.
Is that what Avatar sounds like to you, Jared?
Yeah.
Can you explain?
No.
No, that's just the noise that he makes. If he gets picked up in a draft, you just make that noise by default.
Yeah.
Hello?
All right, guys.
And gals.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Well, game 2 will be starting
Game 2.
soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kubi's eyebrows.
What?
You invited these guys on. What is that?
We're fighting.
what
We're
are you
fighting.
doing?
We're fighting.
Rock'em sock'em robots.
Jared's on my team. Don't, no, that is not. Cat.
Yo, I can beat up Jared.
Excuse me?
I can beat up
Where's
Jared.
the cat?
Dude, show him your arm.
Who's he talking to?
Show him the flex.
No.
Show him the flex.
No.
Stop.
He's turning
show
red.
Show him the vein.
Oh, no way.
He's got a vein.
Come on.
It's a nice.
How are you going to build that up? How are you going to build
again.
that up and not show us?
Oh, god damn it.
It's a nice beefy meaty one.
Look at that vein. I don't know what happened there, but it's gross. I don't get it.
Did you stop flexing halfway through? Because all I see is skin.
Oh, sorry. I kind of tilted it down to show the vein. I don't know. I got this weird vein that's now popping up. I don't know what's going on there. Hi.
Let's talk about Heroes of the Storm. All right, so we've got 2 drafts, and we've got 2 teams.
Zoya baited me into that.
Triple Mule is going to happen right here, Kubi. That's what you're expecting to see. Kevin, you're a big fan of the Mule. Let's talk about the Mule. Mule is a cool thing.
I forgot. That used to be Kevin's thing. Mule all the time. Best
That's
talent.
still my thing. That's why I said triple mule.
Where's your Mule tattoo?
I don't have one.
Yeah,
You're
why?
fraudulent.
You played a lot of StarCraft. Doesn't have a mule tattoo.
Why would I have a mule tattoo?
Why wouldn't he have a mule tattoo?
I'm gonna get a mule
Stream?
tattoo tomorrow. Starting up a Patreon or I don't know, maybe like a Kickstarter. Need mule money.
All right,
Indeed.
so with this introduction, Kevin and I are going to show you how to do a real GSL type introduction. We used to do this back in the Playham days.
All right, you guys want to start this off? You guys can take.
You guys have your side, we'll have our side. All right, let's go. Let's do this.
All right, on the left-hand side of the map, in the blue trunks, it is going to be Tempo Storm, with Dreadnought playing,
Uther.
KO playing,
Kael'thas.
Artheron playing,
Abathur.
Soldier playing,
Leoric.
and Zuna.
Ontario.
On the right side of the map, they are up 1 game. Cloud9 Maelstrom looking to take the series 2-0. I Dream. Sagara. We're going to have Dunk Train. Balfurion. King Caffeine. Muradin. Fan.
Nazeeba.
And K1 Pro.
Tyrande.
You guys just got dunked.
Wait, no, Jake was going to mix it up. That's no.
I'm sorry, you guys got wrecked.
That's already our strat, boys.
Yo, that is the worst strat NA. That's the worst strat EU.
You guys got bodied. All right.
It's okay. They can,
Chat decides.
Just like a-
Chat decides
they can be salty for a
who
little bit.
wins.
It's fine.
Moonburn has been
We've got
picked up
wrecked
here
twice
by
in a row.
Malfurion. We have Death Ritual is going to be reconstitution for the Zagara player. Beyond that, pretty standard stuff. Pressure glands there on the Abathur.
Okay.
You got my attention, Lottie.
Great.
Great.
So the Orc's actually pretty solid in lane. Even versus the Zagara, we see him do reasonably well. Now, Soldier going really ham in here, and he's still maintaining against iDream in the bottom. The Orc, the life still is really, really good.
All right.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Other people here?
No, it's solo
like
cast.
We will have the 4-man solo cast. Absolutely perfect. So I think right now the question is how much damage is iDream going to be able to do in this lane? Already Soldier with Skeletal Swing is able to push up pretty quickly, but it looks like iDream's not actually moving on up for this temple spawn.
Yep, he's going to be soaking the lane as long as he can. With Leoric leaving, he should end up going up. And no, he's just pushing. So he is going to sit in that lane. Soldier controlling the mid shrine, and Zuna holding on to the top one for now, being forced out of here by the 3 members of Maelstrom.
That means they're going to have to make sure they get an aggressive push onto both of these temples, considering they are giving up at least some of that. I don't know, maybe iDream shouldn't be pushing out that lane so hard, considering the aggressive position they could have on Abathur. Either way, control of the top shrine thus far going to Tempo Storm. Again contested though.
Oh, the nice gravity lapse on Murder. That's going to be first blood. Tempo Storm securing that kill, and I really like this decision. You know, they're controlling both shrines, and it does look like iDream should be out soaking Tempo Storm and pushing in, but with Abathur sitting right there, the soak is going to push them further and further away. This is a huge lead for Tempo.
Yeah, already a level lead at this point in time, controlling the temples so much. You can see the structural damage that has been done is severely in their favor, and they just took out Nazebo in the top lane, even increasing that further.
So I'm curious to see what advantage Tempo Storm is going to be able to get out of this. They're already a level up. Are they going to be able to hit level 7 ahead of their opponents? And, you know, if we start getting into something like the 430 mark and they are still way ahead, that's going to be heroics over there.
Abathur had on Zuna in the top lane. K1 Grow getting really low, gets the Lunar Flare down. Dreadnought is boom, but they do secure the kill on K1 Pro. The damage from Abathur had, it's always something that when you first see it, it's like, it's just 2v2 or fine, but Abathur does so much in these team fights. It's insane.
Yeah, Zuna looking to put a bit of pressure. Perhaps no, the Abathur hat not anywhere nearby. And you mentioned the mana is low for both sides. Gets that remaining heal, and Dreadnought will return to base. No loss in soak. They're still maintaining that level advantage, which at this point, this early in the game, pretty significant.
Yeah, it certainly does add up, and the talent tier is going to make a big difference. You're going to see that collected here. We do have the single meal on Abathur. Cleanse, Renewal, Fission Bomb, and Battle Momentum picked up for Teriel.
Nice. No, Kev, go.
Okay. I was going to say, with the battle momentum and the amplified healing and regen master, we're seeing a very sustained single warrior type Tyrael build, which is a little bit different because we have that double warrior with the Leoric being there. Sometimes we see the more smite focused side, but seeing the regen and the amplified healing, it seems like Tyrael is going to actually be the main warrior here for this composition, which is interesting.
Well, it's just crazy to me, though. Like, Tempo Storm, with their composition, they got the mule. Just like Kubi was predicting. The mule is there, everybody, and it's just so cool to see. I'm so excited about this mule and Kubi's correctness in the game. Hello?
Wait, Kubi, didn't you say Nazebo to get mule? Kubi, didn't you say Nazebo to get mule?
Kubi, didn't you say Nazebo would get mule? Kubi, didn't you say Nazebo would get mule?
No, I don't think I said that. I definitely didn't say that. I did not say it. Actually, the battle momentum on Murden, something that we don't see too often, but every once in a while it's picked, usually by EU. What do you guys feel about this? What is the logic?
For Thunder Strikes equals better Thunder Strikes is my motto. It's not really my motto, but it is now. So that's just the reason why you're going to see battle momentum go down on that Murden. He's already going for heavy Thunderclap builds. He's got the Thunder Strike, he's got the Thunder Burn and Reverb. So he's going to get that Thunder Strike at 13 and just be able to lay down a lot of damage.
Mule being used by Arthlon in the bottom lane as the Shrine is spawning down there. He's going to rotate to the top to help push for those Knights, but Keen Caffeine is still up there. It looks like Maelstrom is just opting to give up the Shrine, and they are going for the 3-lane soak.
Yeah, realizing that they don't have the heroic talents quite yet, and Tempo has that full level lead, you know, they're just kind of cutting their losses and splitting up to soak the max experience, catching up here in terms of that level.
Yeah, it's unfortunate considering they did have the Zagara set up in the bottom lane. Usually look to get that type of advantage, at least the control of space in that scenario, at least to force them to engage on that spot. That wasn't the case at all with Tempo Storm's lead. Just about to hit those heroic talent tiers, too much of a risk.
And with those heroics, I mean, this is just going to solidify that Tempo Storm with their early game pressure is going to be able to work this on straight on into the mid game. Is this a little bit too scary for Cloud9 Maelstrom to deal with, considering too spooky? They've got the Leoric. Spooky, scary. Anyway, with Kael'thas already and they're already ahead, this is really scary.
Fight the top lane goes down, grabbing nice and Tomb going to block out Fan there, and he is going to go down. Now I do want to point out, Abathur went Ultimate Evolution this game. Kubi, who do you think the clones are going to be on?
Leoric.
Thanks,
really?
You're welcome.
Don't explain yourself or anything.
No, definitely not. Kael'thas doesn't really have the strongest of base kits. It's not like the worst idea in the world, but I'm not really a huge fan of it. I think with just the base damage reduction, if you have two people throwing down the Drain Hope on the same target, yeah, that can end up doing 50% damage over not 4 seconds. That can be quite scary. That seems to be what I would think.
Great!
Spooky. Too spooky.
Seems to be what I think.
Yeah. Relax.
I think probably double Kael'thas would be pretty good as well, being able to get a lot of that kind of assassin focus from far behind. But consider they already got the double warrior, they don't really, I don't think, have to worry about getting another Leoric. But we'll see, because Leoric's damage is really low.
If I were to put money on it, I think it'd be either Leoric or Uther. I don't see KT being close.
I agree with Cubes. I like to vote for Leoric here. But we will find out Divine Shield has been used on Uther for him to stay alive, and a nice rotation with a big Entomb going down. Gargantuan in the back line, but the Maw is massive.
The Phoenix comes up from below. Chaos coming in from the flank. Arthlon taking a lot of damage on that Tyrael clone. He's going to fly on out of there. Soldier getting really low in the back line. Gets healed by that wave of light. And it's going to be a full disengage from Tempo Storm. Taking a look at the map objectives right now. Mid and top four getting pretty low here for Maelstrom, but Tempo Storm still seeming to have a full control over their structures.
And it was a Tyrael clone.
Yeah, I was going to say, everybody was wrong.
Well, guys, we're going to get a lot of justice going on in here if this...
Stop!
Instantly shut down. Oh, boy.
Double Shrine spawning top and in the bottom, and Tempo Storm rotating to the bottom one. Going to be able to get maximum value as this will immediately go to the mid fort. Top has been healed up to full by the mule dropped by Tyrande.
Being dropped
Look at that mule.
Again.
That's a beautiful mule.
It's a nice looking mule. Middle fort going to end up falling here for the side of Cloud9, and Zagara did get taken out in the bottom here. Tyrael just diving forward with the Abathur hat to eliminate that hero. Nice place here by Zuna.
Boss being taken pretty early here by Tempo Storm as the Zebo and K1 Pro are doing the Giants. Malfuria's in mid, and they do have complete vision that Murden, of course, is sitting on the top shrine as I do see the ammo is being used in Zagarda. So really nice boss timing here from Tempo Storm. They get all three forts. A fort has not fallen yet for Tempo Storm.
Yeah, and that mule was up there.
They can't really do that much about pushing out on the map, so Cloud9 Maelstrom just has to take the back seat until they hit level 13, but Tempo Storm is just really, really getting this map advantage under their control.
They keep that top fort alive, the mule is going to get even more value, and there's really just no opportunity for Maelstrom to get out on the map to try to take that. It would do a lot to get them to 13, but it's not going to be the case. Things are looking rough.
Arthalon raises his hand as he comes out of the ground and summons the mule to keep this alive. The Bruisers are on their way, but KO will be more than enough to push them away.
Meanwhile, gets cleaned up there in the bot lane. This is going to signal for a little bit of aggression here for Cloud9 Maelstrom, possibly to do some sort of damage, considering that they know that tempo's all the way up in the top, but maybe they just have to still play defensive for now.
Well, the mule is healing up this top fort here for Tempo Storm. Like Kubi said, the value is insane, and that is going to be soon a 2-level lead here for Tempo Storm, and they're so close to that power spike on Kael'thas. Maelstrom has to do something to swing the momentum in their favor, because once KT hits 16, if they can't get a grasp on this game, it's just going to snowball even further to Tempo Storm.
Leoric build, we haven't talked about it too much. I'll assume level 4 is the Hardened Bones.
Yeah, Hardened Bones. 25% less damage when you use Wraith Walk.
And the level 13 is probably the 10% bonus damage. The Crushing Hope. Yep, there it is. So a little bit of a mix between some sustain, especially with the Asane Renewal, and the Crushing Hope for a bit extra damage, because he's sort of half filling out that Bruiser role alongside Serial.
All right, Dwarf Toss to get King Caffeine out of this fight. Zombie Wall is thrown down to Peel. Will be dropped immediately. No takedowns in that engagement.
Weird situation is that the Tyrande didn't go for Overflowing Light, went for Sprint instead, which means that when KT hits that level 16, it's only going to be really that Malfurion healing everybody up. Because Tyrande, I mean, she can heal up okay, but not really that well without having that Overflowing Light.
Dude,
so it's going to be scary in those sustains.
I think it's kind of a necessity with Judgment. And Dread is way out of position. The rest of the team is making their way down here. He throws the Divine Shield on himself to try to rotate up. Is it enough? Oh,
that's a lot of damage going down with Zagara, where they do have 16. Will it be enough to secure kill Idrim? He does go down, and Tomb is blocking out Zuna and Soldier, but they're going in on the King Caffeine. The Flame Strike connects, and he does not have an escape. That's going to be 2 kills going over to Tempo Storm, and the Shrine spawning in the top.
What an absurd turnaround. Dreadnought should have been dead. He was way out of position compared to the rest of the team. His entire lane over, is able to juke them past, throw down the Divine Shield, get help, and like I even saw him turn around at the last second. I was like, oh, I'm not sure I did that. Still managed to turn the fight around, taking it 2-0. Like Jared said, we have the temples up. It's going to be more map control. Things are spiraling out of control for Maelstrom in this game.
Seems that way.
It's going to be 17-14 soon enough, and you just got to know to not go so ham on an Uther, because Uther always walks away. It's been the rule since Alpha.
That's true. Oh, Zuna getting caught here, taking a lot of damage. Does not end up getting over the wall. He is going to fall. And that is going to be the first kill for Maelstrom this game. Getting a few more picks like this, just catching Tempo Storm when they overextend. That's how they're going to have to swing this back into the favor. Now, the Shrine should not kill. Yeah, definitely should not kill this fort with the Mule being dropped. Just then it's going to be real close, but the charge shot should not clean it up. And that is an unsecured keep for Tempo.
And that's a big deal, having this Mule to keep it alive for the time being. Means no catapults in the top lane, and they do have a slight advantage right now. For the first time, they actually can go out on the map. They have level 16. Tyrion's still down for another 12 seconds, and they're going to look to just collect their bruisers, and it looks like these giants.
And Mules get work done this game.
Yeah.
Mule's best talent, and
especially on this game.
Tyrondo with the Mule, Malfurion with the Mule, Nazebo with the Mule. Kubi called it. Kubi called it. The Mule value.
I said triple Mule is the best way to play this map.
They should have done it.
They should have.
They should have done it. Oh, man.
They wouldn't have lost all their structures.
Look at this.
They did.
They're pressuring bottom. They realize that they're a bit out of position because Tempo is gunning for this top keep, and it should end up falling Dread in the front lines. Realizing that might not be the best of positioning for himself. Mule goes down. Divine Shield has been used. Leoric, can he do it?
Look at this, they're actually starting to keep this up. I think they should be able to, but the overextension Soldier ends up falling down. They take the keep.
They spent 2 heroics and a hero to do that. If Cloud9 can catch them, this will be disastrous for Tempo Storm, but it doesn't look like that will be the case.
Why did
you also have to keep in mind that's Leoric. Like, I just want to throw us out there. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Leoric's getting the trait's getting changed. Okay, yeah. Look at this. He's almost alive. Like it's almost as if nothing happened.
Yeah. They gave a little bit of experience up, but they didn't lose a hero, it seems, because he's back up. It's more the heroics spent.
It's funny, when we were talking about this on Town Hall, we were like, well, it doesn't really have that much crowd control, it doesn't really have that much sustain. I don't think any of us really kind of put together that trait, or at least we didn't have the exact mechanics of how that trait was going to work.
We didn't realize how crazily it would scale late game.
Yeah, exactly. So that's just one of those unexpected turns, which is pleasant in a way, but also kind of a pain to deal with.
Yeah.
Double Shrine spawning here in the mid and top lane. Maelstrom looking like they want to react to where Tempo Storm goes as they are rotating to that bottom lane. Knights pushing the top of them. Should be able to get that fort as Abathur does drop the Mule up there, and Zuna going to back out safely. No engagement just yet.
Yeah, just a few shots used. Pierce did connect on a few targets on the side of Tempo, but the big story is 20 is approaching.
Yeah, Pierce and Ranger picked up, so a bit of an interesting Toronto build.
Yeah. We see this sometimes.
But now we have the Leaping Spiders, so that extra sustained damage output from Cloud9 Maelstrom isn't going to help them to turn fights, especially when they have that looming presence of the Leoric. Have control of the middle temple for the time being.
Pierce and Ranger to deal with Abathur?
Maybe?
I think it's to make up for the lack of damage, because Nazebo's a lot of damage over time, Zagar's sustained damage, Toronto with the Owl build just adds a little bit more stuff. But they do have an engagement on the Murder in the bottom lane. He gets blown up so hard, gets the Dwarf Pass off third pop. There is the Entomb catching him out of position. The stun goes down on the Lord. Maelstrom trying to turn this fight. The Flame Strike connects, but does not look like King Caffeine's going to die. 2 heroics were used there. Actually, 3 as an Entomb was also used, and they did not end up securing that kill. Zuna's out of position here. He does end up getting away from that. He's back onto the Shrine, but the fight continues.
20 is around the corner for Tempo Storm, though. Even though they spent a lot of heroics, if they get the Storm Talents, it'll work nicely. Divine Shield has been used here, and there is the level 20 Storm Talents will be picked up. Seeing double Hardened Shield, the Redemption. We do have Hive Mind and Bolt of the Storm.
Hive Mind's going to be good, especially when those 2 targets are that much further forward. Soldier looking to try to get the pick off, and the Hardened Shield pop for both of the Warriors on Temple Storm. They're going in, they get the Zagara taken down. Zuna running low on mana. Fan pops the sprint. They're trying to retreat as fast as possible. King Caffeine should be able to get out, but Soldier with the chase. He's got the slow. K1 Pro is also going to fall. This is going to be 4 for nothing. No?
No.
Hold it.
God, is K1 Pro going to be able to get out of there? And that was just such a quick bait there from Tempo. Are
they doing it?
Oh, all of the heroics were down. We could definitely go in and take this fight, but Cloud9 Maelstrom was definitely lured in there because level 20 talents just turned everything around anyway. King Caffeine is possibly, gonna go down. Are they gonna go straight for core?
Redemption is here for Dread, so he will revive. He actually, he knew what he was doing. He was intending to fall in that battle, and they're gonna try to end the game here. I think they have enough to do it.
I think it is well played by Tempo Storm. GG. I just want to point out one thing, that with this double warrior style composition, especially with Leoric, the Hive Mind, I think it's so strong in these team fights, you shouldn't even use Ultimate Evolution anymore. It just makes your heroic like completely useless. Hive Mind is such a strong pickup in this composition, and that last fight was just so disgusting.
So in that case, why not grab the Evolved Monstrosity?
Well, that's what I thought should have happened at the beginning anyway. I was confused.
I think because until level 20, where you actually are able to pick up Hive Mind, you really still need that ultimate evolution.
Yeah, but they kept cloning Tyrael. I wasn't seeing the Tyrael.
Maybe just the body block, the extra shielding you get.
Yeah, slows, speeds up, shields.
Yeah,
everything from Tyrael's.
I don't think I agree with it either, Kubi.
All right.
I do want to point out that like the Leoric play has been really cool, and we've been seeing some diverse builds. If you go over to TempoStorm.com, Soldier recently released a guide on Leoric. You guys can go over there and check that out and see how he plays it. TempoStorm.com.
Anybody have a plug?
Well, while we're at it, if you're a first-time viewer, Town Hall Heroes is actually a podcast that we generally do on Wednesday nights. We are the 4 hosts, generally where it's a discussion show where we're talking, just high-level meta. We bring on pro players to talk about the game with us. This is a bit of a fun event we're doing. The community has funded the tournament. That's why it's a very kind of silly 4-man cast. This is very much not the norm, but I'm having a blast.
This is not a professional cast.
No. It's never
sitting around having fun.
Yeah.
That's the whole entire point.
Shampoo's flexing for us.
So you can follow us. You can follow the channel here. It's on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. SolidGG is where the VODs are, but we also have an MP3. If you go to Facebook.com/TownHallHeroes to like us there, we have a Twitter account, Town Hall Heroes, and MP3 and iTunes all available. Kubi can't handle plugs for whatever reason. It's amusing to him.
I think he's laughing because I'm eating bugs from your hair.
Oh, God. I wasn't watching any of that.
That's your problem. That's why.
God, all right. Well, it is currently 1-1 in this best of 5 series, so at the bare minimum, we have at least 2 more games to come. Jared, take us to commercial.
We're going to a commercial right now.